Hey you guys, in this video we're going to draw simple roses. It's going to be a lot of fun and super easy. I hope you're going to follow along with me. Before we start, I want to give you a quick preview of how it turned out. These roses are really fun to draw. They're super simple, and we do a little trick at the end to add some shading to make them look 3D. I use markers to draw with, but you can first start with a pencil to get your lines just the way you want it before you use the markers. And I'm also using Canson marker paper to draw on. This helps keep our markers lasting long and protects our table from the markers bleeding through the paper. Let's start by drawing the center of our rose. And we're going to draw a little spiral. So we'll start in the middle, but towards the top, we're going to spiral around and then connect where we started. And then right here in the center, we can draw a line down for that first petal. Okay, then on each side, we're going to draw curves coming out a little further away at the bottom. Now let's start up here on the top right. We're going to curve around and then connect to the side of the rose. And then we're going to keep going and we're going to S-curve down. We don't want to go too far yet. Then we'll come back up to where we started. We're going to draw that same curve but come out further. And then we'll come back in to a point at the bottom. Okay, now let's draw the other side. We're going to start over here and we're going to curve up, around, and then we'll connect to the left side and then connect into this petal. Now let's start over here and we can draw it coming out further and then back in. Even just with a few curves, it's already starting to look really cool. Okay, now let's draw the sides coming out even further. So I'm going to start here and we'll come down. And we'll do the same thing on the right side, come down. Then over here, let's draw a curve coming through and connecting, and we'll come down to there. And this side, we're going to curve underneath. And then when we get close to here, we're going to connect this down. So we'll extend the left side down so it connects into the curve. Then let's come back up to the top, and we're going to draw a big curve coming around and then connecting into the side. Then let's do the same thing over here. We'll draw a big curve coming around and connecting into the side. Then we can come back to here and we'll draw another curve. But on this one, let's draw a little bump and then we'll connect into the bottom. Then we can come back over to this side and we're going to repeat that same kind of petal where it curves out. Then we add this little extra bump and then curve into the bottom. And that's it, a simple and easy way to draw a rose. Now we can add even more petals. We could also add some leaves and stem. Let's do that next. We'll add the little leaves down here at the bottom. So we'll draw one coming out to the left and one out to the right. Then we can draw the stem coming straight down. We'll draw it coming towards us, down to the bottom. And then we can leave a little space and draw the other side of the stem. Well, I like how thick we're drawing the stem. That looks really cool. Okay, now let's repeat those same steps for two more roses on each side. So we could even turn our paper diagonal so it's a little easier to repeat those steps instead of trying to draw our rose sideways. So we're going to draw it so it's straight up and down with us. And let's repeat those same steps. So first, let's draw that center. We'll spiral around. Oh, I kind of did it the other way. And then we'll connect back in, and then we'll draw that line in the center. Okay, now let's draw those two curves coming out on each side. And we're going to go a little faster since we're just repeating those same steps. So remember to pause the video if you need that extra time. Okay, then we're going to draw the curve that comes here, and we're going to spiral around, or not spiral, S-curve down. Then let's do that where we come out further, repeat the same curve, come out further, and then come to a point. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side, curve around, connect into that side, and then into the petal. That looks like it's making a heart, which is really cool too. Then we can draw the petal curving around and back in. Now on this rose, let's not do it exactly the same. Let's change it a little bit. We can add a petal right here in the middle. Oh, and I forgot, let's come back down here and first add these side curves coming down further. Then we can change it. Let's change and add one petal coming here, out to the side. And we can add this little fold in the petal by adding a little curve. Then we could do the same thing on the other side. Let's curve around, connect in, and then add that fold in the petal. Then down here at the bottom, let's curve around like we did on the first rose. And now we have this really big space. We can come and connect. We're doing things a lot different, I think. Oh yeah, we had this curve coming down first. So we can add that back in. We'll add this curve coming there. And then let's add the bumpy petal right here. So we'll draw a curve coming out. And we'll add a bump. And let's come further across and underneath. And then we could even add a petal like this. That is one of the fun things about art. You can change it any way you want. So even though we did certain steps for this first rose, we changed it quite a bit for the second one. And you can do that too. Don't worry about making it look exactly like mine. Okay, let's add some of those leaves. This time we could add bigger leaves if we want. I'm going to draw one coming out further this way too. Oh, and let's draw the stem. And I'm going to draw it curving down to meet this one. So we'll start like we're coming right out of the center. We're going to curve down and meet the other stem. And then we'll try to match the same width. There we go. That looks really cool. We could add even more leaves if we want. Let's draw the center of the leaf coming down this way. Then we can draw the outside of the leaf. And we could draw it going back in. Let's also add centers to these leaves. And we could even add a leaf coming out this way too. And there's the center. Rose leaves have a jagged outside line, but we're trying to keep this lesson simple, so we're just drawing a really nice, easy curve. Okay, now let's repeat the same steps for another rose over here. I'm going to turn my paper this way, and we'll start with that center spiral. Then we'll connect the inside petal. Then we can draw the curves coming down on each side. Then let's draw that curve coming around, connecting to the side. And then we're going to S-curve down further. And then we can draw that same curve going out, coming back in. And then we're going to draw the other side coming around and connecting on the right side. Then let's draw that same curve out further and back in. Then let's draw the side of the rose coming down on both sides. Then on the right side, we'll connect with a curve going the other way. And then this side, we can curve into the bottom. Then let's draw a petal coming out to the left and then also out to the right. Then we can draw that outside petal that has a little bump in it. We'll come around and then connect in. And then the same thing over here. Little bump and connect in. Let's draw the curved stem first. So I'm going to draw it curving down and connecting. And then we'll leave that same space, try to draw the stem the same width as all the others. Then we can add the leaves. I'm going to draw a big leaf here and the center of the leaf. Then we can draw, I don't know, sometimes I think drawing the outside of the leaf is easier, but then also sometimes I draw the inside and then drawing the curve coming out to a point and then the other side. So it's up to you which one you want to draw first, the outside or the inside. And we can also draw a big leaf coming down here and the center. And I think I'm going to draw big leaves coming out this way. And we could also imagine them going behind the stem. And let's draw one more coming out this way. I connected way up here. It's okay. Don't worry about trying to make your drawing look perfect. The most important thing is to have fun and practice. I'm sure your drawings look really cool, but they're gonna look even better once we color them. Now this part I'm gonna fast forward, but remember you can pause the video at the end to match my same coloring. And we did it, we finished drawing and coloring our roses. They turned out really cool, all colored in. I hope you're gonna take time to color your drawings. This is also a pretty simple way to color roses. You can just color them solid red and also green. But if you want to add a little extra 3-dimension to it, you can use a darker red to add some shading. So I'm gonna layer this on top of the red that we've already put down, and we can add shadows underneath the petals, or at the bottom where it curves or folds over. Then you can also add shadows behind so that it makes this petal look like it's behind the other ones in front of it. We can do the same thing over here. And let's add more shadows down here on this one too, on these petals. And then also I'm gonna color in the center darker too. There we go, that looks a lot more 3D. Let's repeat that same step for the other 2 roses. We can also use a darker green to layer on top of the leaves to add a shadow, to make them look 3D also. With some simple shadows, our drawing looks even more 3D. I hope you take that extra time to add those little details. You could add even more things to your drawing, like more roses, even some stems coming through, and a lot more leaves. You could really take the extra time to fill your entire paper. And I hope you had a lot of fun following along with me and drawing roses, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.